Hey, welcome back to Cool Classics. Today we're going to take a look at another WKRP cast member. This time it is Timothy Lee Reid, born December 19th, 1944 in Norfolk, Virginia. If you are a dreamer, a go-getter, an entrepreneur, then his story is going to resonate with you. Let's get into it. Tim was raised in the Crestwood area of Chesapeake, Virginia, formerly Norfolk County. He's the son of William Lee and Augustine Reid. He earned his bachelor's degree of business administration at Norfolk State College in 1968. Tim was also a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, and after graduation he was hired by the DuPont Corporation, where he worked for 3 years. Tim's entertainment career also began around the same time of 1968. He and insurance salesman Tom Dreesen met at a junior Chamber of Commerce meeting near Chicago. They were put together to promote an anti-drug program for the local schools, and prompted by a comment from a child, decided to form a comedy team. And what started out as just a way to help reach the youth turned into what was billed later as the world's first interracial comedy duo called Tim and Tom. The two of them became very popular while they were still holding down their professional careers. There's a lot more to that story, and you would probably enjoy reading their book called Tim and Tom, an American Comedy in Black and White. As they made friends in the comedy business, they were being invited to come along on auditions and try out for television roles. Tim landed a spot on That's My Mama for one episode, playing Reverend Armbruster. A couple years later, in 1977, Richard Pryor was just getting his own show, and he invited Tim to be on it, and he was on episodes 1 and 2. Then that same year, he was on Lou Grant, Maude, and What's Happening. I loved the show What's Happening. It has a local St. Louis connection. Fred Barry, who played Rerun, is from St. Louis area, and I've met him a couple times. I'm going to have to make a video on him too. Now, 1 year later, in 1978, he went in for an audition for a part for WKRP in Cincinnati, and he landed the role of Venus Flytrap. And man, was he good on the show. Every time he was in a scene, it made it that much better. He was in 83 episodes. Now, if you've never seen any of them, I would suggest Season 1, episode Who is Gordon Sims? That's where they find out his real name, because it wasn't Venus Flytrap. And they tell you why he changed it, his whole backstory. And let's just say, without any spoilers, it was very powerful. Now, after the show ended, he didn't waste any time. He appeared on an episode of Benson and then a new sitcom called Teachers Only, but it only lasted 13 episodes. But the following year, in 1983, he got a part on a new show called Simon and Simon. And man, he was Detective Marcel Downtown Brown, and it went for 79 episodes, and he was a big part of that. And after that show ended, the very next year he co-starred in a new sitcom called Frank's Place, which went for 22 episodes. Then he played in a whole bunch of stuff, even Stephen King's It, the miniseries. And then in 1994, he started on a new sitcom called Sister's Sister, playing Ray Campbell. And man, it was a good show. It went all the way through 1999, and he played in 114 episodes. Now look, we could list 100 more things that he's appeared in over the years. But at the same time he was doing everything that I've already mentioned. He was writing books, writing scripts, producing, directing, television, movies, and this is something amazing he did. Along with his wife Daphne, the two of them built New Millennium Studios in 1997. It was located in Pittsburgh, Virginia. It's a 57.5-acre site with a 14,850 square foot sound studio. Now, this was groundbreaking. This was the only black-owned film studio in the United States, and it was also one of the largest independent film studios outside of Hollywood. Now, if you're wondering what exactly this is, well, it is its own independent filming location, fully functional for every aspect of it, from going in and making sitcoms to movies and everything. Look, they filmed major movies at this studio. Okay, Stephen King did a few movies there. Steven Spielberg filmed his movie Lincoln there. I mean, it was a big deal. Not only that, but this gave black independent filmmakers such as writers, producers, directors, actors, a place that they could go, be surrounded by like-minded people. They were welcome, and they could produce the content that they wanted. So when you hear people talk about Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, Georgia, and how it's this huge independently black-owned studio, Just know that all the risks and efforts that Tim and Daphne Reid took in the 1990s to open new Millennium Studios directly affected in a positive way the entire independent black filmmaking community. And to give this even more of a happy ending, Tim is still alive, acting, directing, and doing good. Man, stories like this get me motivated. They make me want to do more with my life. So I come on here and I make a video, right? And if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll take a moment and subscribe. Up above, there should be a couple cards. If you click those on, you can watch a couple more videos of the WKRP cast with more on the way. Cool classics.